Is this the maddest ruler who has ever lived? King Charles VI of France was the Mad King, who believed he was made entirely of glass. This wasn't a metaphor. He truly thought his body was so fragile that the slightest touch could shatter him into 1,000 pieces. Charles became king at just 11 years old in 1380, inheriting a kingdom already tangled in political turmoil and the ongoing 100 Years' War with England. But his greatest enemy wasn't across the channel, it was inside his own head. By his mid-20s, Charles's mental health began a rapid decline. His first major episode occurred in 1392, when, in the middle of a hunting trip, he suddenly attacked his own men. He believed they were enemies in disguise and slaughtered several knights with his own hands in a violent frenzy. One of his doctors later wrote that Charles had fits of madness so fierce that he would rage and strike at anyone near him, even members of his own family. During these episodes, he refused to eat or speak and wandered the palace in silence, lost in his own world. The most infamous delusion was his belief that he was made of glass. He was terrified that his body would shatter like crystal if he moved too fast. To protect himself, he wore reinforced clothing underneath his royal robes, sometimes armor lined with padding. Servants had to handle everything for him, even his clothes and weapons. The madness of the Glass King also turned deadly within his own family. Charles ordered executions of nobles he believed were plotting against him, often on baseless accusations fueled by hallucinations. His paranoia destroyed alliances and destabilized the monarchy. One chilling account describes Charles smashing mirrors in rage, terrified his reflection might reveal his fragile glass body breaking apart. Another says he would refuse to shake hands or touch anything solid, fearing sudden death. He once locked himself in a padded cell for months, refusing to come out. At other times, he would freeze in place for hours, convinced that any sudden movement would break him. This fragile Glass King paranoia was not just a quirk, it was a symptom of a deeper psychotic disorder, now believed to be schizophrenia or severe bipolar disorder with psychotic episodes. But in the 14th century, no one understood mental illness. The court was terrified and confused. Charles's madness had huge political consequences. His long bouts of incapacity created a power vacuum in the French court. Nobles, relatives, and factions fought viciously to control the throne's authority, while the king was trapped in delusion. His wife, Queen Isabeau of Bavaria, ruled as regent during his episodes, but was herself unpopular and embroiled in scandal. This internal strife tore France apart at the worst possible time. The kingdom was already weakened by decades of war with England, and Charles's madness meant no strong leadership. French armies suffered major defeats, and the English captured large parts of French territory. Despite his condition, Charles VI fathered 12 children, but the trauma and chaos of his reign haunted the next generation, culminating in the tragic figure of his son, Charles VII, who had to reclaim a shattered kingdom. In all, Charles